Don't be shy. Move closer and see the wonder right in front of your eyes. Okay, welcome everyone to the most spectacular, the most brilliant, the most bizarre show you will ever see in your lifetime. Hold your horses, hold your popcorns, and hold your wallets, everyone, because people can be mean and steal them. Now, boys and girls, grandmamas and grandpappies, get ready for the one, the only me! You know, I'm bizarre because I wear a costume, wear makeup, and make YouTube videos for everyone to laugh at. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Mira, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to thank you guys all so much for being patient and waiting for my videos, and not complaining about it, even though my videos are usually late because of life. And I know it's been a while, but I'm dealing with real life. You will conquer this. You will conquer life. You'll be happy, get to walk on beaches, dance under the moonlight, and who knows what else to make your life being the best life you could possibly have. Yeah, you. You know why? Because you are made of greatness. Now, after that random pick-me-up line rather than pick-up lines, let's begin with the movie review. Now, I watched this rather recently because it is just released on, if I'm not mistaken, 30th September 2016. But Miss Peregrine's and the Home for Peculiar Children kind of caught my attention because I did read the first book. Don't believe me? Here's the picture to prove it. I know, crappy lighting makes for a crappy picture, but you get the point. And the movie is like many other movies that is based on a book, is wildly different from the book. But that doesn't mean the movie is bad. It just have a different take. Before I talk anything about the review of the movie, let's just talk a little bit more about the preview of the movie. I mean, if you read the book, you might be tired of hearing this, but you don't have a choice. I mean, this is my video and I make it this way. Hi. This is the story about Jake, an ordinary and practically boring boy from Florida. He has a grandfather named Abe, and they were very close for a while. Abe usually tell him stories about the monsters he fought in the war to Jake, and Jake believed it so much that he usually told all his friends about it. But since it is kind of like far-fetched and impossible to pull off, no one believed him, and Jake eventually doesn't believe his grandfather either. But after Jake find Abe died, everything changed. Jake learned about Abe's real secret, and he would have to figure out and find out how true Abe's stories were, and he has to go on a journey to figure out more about the peculiar children that Abe kept talking about, and eventually Jake has to learn about the monsters. Now, I won't give you too many details because, to tell the truth, it is better if you see it for yourself. I will try to give you the cleanest review as much as I can because it's just a special movie. Not just from aesthetics, even though the director of this movie, which is Tim Burton, one of my favorite directors ever, did it beautifully, but also talking about storyline and characters as well. I will admit that I don't like the beginning of the movie. Not hate it, but it's just so dragging and so boring, and I don't know why. Is this a feeling that I have? Maybe the director or the movie makers want to make it as close as possible to the book, or maybe just tell the whole story first before getting to the good part, but they make it a little bit boring that it could be. I don't know, it's just a feeling from me. But regardless of how boring it was, I decided to basically glue my sights to the screens, figure out more about the movie, and thankfully it does get better. It progressively gets better throughout the movie. And the rest of the story is pretty similar to the book, except maybe for the ending, but I don't mind. Overall it's still a good sound story to enjoy. It's a good adventure, fantasy, kind of creepy movie, which is really suitable for Tim Burton. as the director. He really nailed his uniqueness once again, because I always end up cringing in the middle of the movies that he made, but in the end I kind of want more, you know? I mean, I know him from Night Before Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, you know, the one with the Jack Skellington and everything, and then I sort of followed him. I watched Frankenweenie, that was good, and I watched a lot of movies that he made with Johnny Depp, including Dark Shadows. What else? Oh, of course, Alice in Wonderland. Duh. Somehow, I'm kind of glad that I don't see Johnny Depp in this movie. I don't know why. Maybe because he works too often with him, so it kind of looks like it's very repetitive. Although, this is like nothing linked to the movie directly, but this is like something that bothers me. When I walk out from the cinema theater, I kind of overheard family. I walked past them, you know, and they were watching the same thing as me. They were watching Miss Peregrine too, and there's the parents and the two children, which I'm not even sure has an enough age to understand the movie. Like, the rating is PG-13. So I assume that if you're under 13, you would need parental guidance to watch it. And so this parent said, this movie is like, well, it's good, but it's like half and half. Like, some of the scenes are safe for children and some of the scenes are not. I mean, this is not the movie, and this is what takes me off. This is not the movie made for children. I was like, what? I really do have an urge to turn back and say, hello, sir. Are your children 13? No. If you see the rate of this movie, you would see that it's PG-13. PG-13 means parental guidance for 13 years and under. And if you know your children is not 13, well, according to my side, they are not. Don't you have the responsibility to explain this movie to your children? And if you don't like the fact that this movie has that rate, why would you take your children watch it? Because having that rate would help you. If you know the rate of the movie, it would help you to actually decide whether this movie is safe for children or not. Because having that rate, PG-13, is definitely not safe for children. It is either has blood, or it is either has a murder theme, something like that. And it kind of ticks me off as well, because this happens too with Deadpool, when a mom from my country actually wrote on Facebook how Deadpool is not for children. Deadpool has a rated R. Of course it's not for children. I mean, the point is, what I'm trying to say is the movie rating is there for a reason. It could tell you so much, even though you don't really see the movie. For anyone that would want to watch a movie, it could tell you whether this movie is to your liking or not. And if you want to know more about why they are rated like that, you could Google it, search it. IMDb has tons of information regarding movie rating, and that should keep both parties, the moviegoers and the movie makers, happy. So you don't have to do the blame game if you know the rate and understand it before you watch a movie. Trust me, it'll make everyone more happy and more comfortable. Anyway, enough ranting, back to the review. Now I've covered pretty much of the overall review of the movie, and now I will be talking about the characters, which I always love. First one that I want to talk about is Jake, played by Asa Butterfield. I know he's the main character, but there's a reason why I want to talk about him. He is not at his worst, but I won't say that he is at his best as well. At the beginning of the movie, you know, it has a lot of scenes where Jake is in it, and it is pretty much boring, in my opinion. Maybe it's because how the scenes are put out, but I don't know, he just seems really bland to me. Also, I can see how hard he tries to have an American accent, because Asa Butterfield is from England. However, like I said, I think he's getting better through the movie. We could see him more alive, more active. It's like seeing the black and white picture come to life and get color. Definitely someone to watch for, although I think he can do better. It's just an opinion. I have a little downer when I see him act. I will explain it later. I will explain about that later on. Next, my favorite, the one, the only evergreen. Guys, this is the woman that definitely stole this show. Every time I saw her on the screen, it's like magic. I love her so much. She really did the real character justice, and I just can't wait to see more of her. You know, she played Miss Peregrine so perfectly from head to toe, and it lifts my heart. I knew her from Dark Shadows, where she plays as the villain there, and she kind of stole the show in there as well, which is really great. And I rarely see her in any other movies, so it's great to see that every time she really did a character, you know, she does them justice. It is so uplifting. Another character that I like is Enoch. I read about him in the book, of course, and I could see him as this snobbish, annoying kid who is over jealous, and those traits of him actually hinders him to, you know, be sociable and be friends with the new kid, which is Jake. And this guy, I have to read his name. His name is Finlay Macmillan. Yeah, Finlay Macmillan. He definitely portrays that. And every time I see this guy on screen, I just want to punch his face. But he became friends with the newcomer, like in the book, and it's like to see his character evolve. And I'm really glad that Finlay Macmillan can really translate that personality to the character that he played. Definitely enough to grab my attention. The rest are great as well. That's why you should definitely watch this movie. Just remember the ratings and you should be fine. This movie has a great storyline, lots of characters that kind of tickles your imagination, and it has a beautifully put out scenes. Another great work from Tim Burton, and if you like this movie, I suggest you check his other creations, which has the same vibe, like mysterious, gothic, weird kind of vibe. It's definitely uniqueness of him. And if you do see his previous creations, his previous movie, be prepared to see a lot of Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. Now, after you watch this review, you would be able to see the next video that I will put out talking about the movie spoilers and stuff like that, where we can fangirl together if you want, and you know, just talk about individual scenes that like pique my interest. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and comment below what are the things that I should review, what are the movies that I should review. And don't forget to share it with your friends, and you know, click subscribe, please, because I need subscribing thing to get, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. Just click subscribe, guys. I promise you won't waste your time doing it. It's just like one click. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.